Hey there, Alpine. Head coach Ian here to talk about our next cycle and to quickly summarize our last one. So, our last cycle, Dense Games, we worked on building to, not building, but building up our front squat, and we had about 20 people PR their front squats. So, I applaud all of you. Great job. With that, we worked on building up that snatch, specifically in a slightly fatigue setting, and with that we had snatch PRs, so more PRs. Then we did clean and jerk work, and guess what? More PRs with clean and jerks. So you guys were PRing left and right this last cycle, and you guys should take all the credit for that because you guys put the work in, you came in consistently, and I could not be more proud of you guys for all the hard work you put in this last cycle. On top of that, for our skill work, we worked on capacity in our toe to bar a lot, specifically density, meaning a lot in a row, and people got good at that. Someone I want to give a shout out to is the wonderful, the amazing, he runs really quickly and now is good at toes to bar, Nick Pacifico. Your toe to bar, man, truly, you came in, you did the work, and those toes to bar are looking better than they ever have, and they're only going to get better. But I want to give you a shout out, man. Really, truly proud of you. And so yeah, like I said, we worked on ring muscle ups and we worked at toes bar. We got a lot of first on ring muscle ups, like holy crap, good 10 to 12 of them. That's truly great. It makes it so that I have to remind myself that, hey, let's make things harder now for you all, which is good, which is good. Then with that, I made a pretty gnarly, I'm not gonna say we made a pretty gnarly little endurance 6 weeks there every Tuesday. I say we because people wanted those endurance workouts, and I gave them to you, and I'm really happy you guys spoke up about that. I really, really am, for how much, even though I give you guys crap about it. But yeah, that started off with some power sprints, some power intervals, just to get that body rock and roll and keep that power output high. And then while you're under fatigue, force you to move for anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes. And with that, you all got really, really good at that. So once again, you're not only getting stronger, you're not only getting more efficient with your movement in those barbells, but now your engine is literally better. Your aerobic base is better. So it's really setting us up really well for our next cycle, which is turkey power. One last thing that we did in that last dense gain cycle was I had us do sumo deadlift strength into sumo deadlift high pulling while in a Metcon. And one thing first, the sumo deadlift high pull is one of the 9 foundational movements that they teach us in CrossFit when getting your trainer certificate. And it's a great movement that really, really teaches that core to extremity and how to utilize getting power from our hip and pelvis and transferring it to our arms, right? So, with that being said, that movement there transfers over really, really, really well to our Olympic lifts, our snatching, and our power clean and jerks, or clean and jerks in general. Like we've said many, many times, with that snatching, if you rush that second pull or pull your arms early, it's not going to look nearly as good, you're not going to be nearly as efficient, and not going to be able to lift as much load as if you did it properly. Same thing with that sumo deadlift high pull. We preached extend the hips, shrug, then pull the arms. So that's why I had us do the sumo deadlift high pull, because in this next cycle, one of the things we're focusing on is barbell cycling, not only for volume but for load. So what I mean by that, there are going to be weeks where on Mondays our workout is focusing on doing unbroken sets of power clean and jerks, and building up in the load. So say it's sets of 5, then maybe we do some assault biking in between, and then that next set you're gonna have a heavier load on there, so building the heaviest set of 5 unbroken. And then that same week we're going to then do power snatching for volume, meaning doing sets of 12 unbroken while some other things are in there. All right, so then the inverse will happen. If we did it that week, then next week our power clean jerks will be focused on volume, unbroken, and then our power snatches will be focused on load for unbroken. So that's part of our next cycle, which once again is called turkey power. Along with that, we are going to be working on overhead squat strength paired with an accessory circuit. So this is something we haven't done in a really long time, but it's gonna be every Thursday. We're gonna have overhead squatting that we're gonna do. Why do we overhead squat? It's one of the 9 foundational movements. It helps us with that snatch. Oh, it's all connecting. If you have a good overhead squat, it's gonna make your snatch even better. So how it's gonna work is we're gonna starting next week, we're gonna find a 3-rep max overhead squat. And then we're gonna do percentage work each week based off of that 3-rep that you found. We're talking like sets of 5, so like 5 by 5 at 75% of your 3-rep max. All right, then the next week is 6 by 4 at 80%. Then the next week will be 7 by 3 at your 85 to 90%, and so on. Just building up that strength so that we can retest it again to have an even stronger 3-rep overhead squat. On those same days, we'll end it with, instead of a Metcon, is going to be a accessory circuit that's going to have a focus on not anything, but we'll have a focus on lower body strength, lower body stability, upper body stability. Some separately, some all at the same time. All at the same time would be single arm overhead lunges, all right? Works on lower body strength, lower body stability, midline stabilization, core to extremity movement, active shoulder position, all that fun stuff. Balance about the frontal plane. Sorry, I've been studying a lot, so this stuff's in my head. But that's one of those days. Then we're also going to work on squatting capacity. That's in the sense of intensity and stamina. So what do I mean by that? There are going to be days like this last week where we did the workout jackhammer, where I'm having to do 120 to 200 reps of just squatting, just in a row. I'm telling you, go, get it. That's stamina. That's working on just that squatting pattern. Then there's going to be intensity, where the reps in a row aren't going to be very high, but we're going to have that load be a little bit greater and the reps lower. So instead of jackhammer, where we did 30 air squats, 40 goblet squats, 50 wall balls, which is all squatting movements, this time it's 6 rounds of 20 front squats, rest a minute. All right, fair enough. But because of that 1 minute rest, and it's only 20 in a row, I'm 1, gonna expect everyone to do it unbroken, and 2, the weight's gonna be heavier. So say instead of a goblet squat, it's a front squat at 135/95 pounds. All right, so it's a little bit more intense there. Still working on squatting capacity, but not in the sense of stamina. Then what we got going on for here, next is I'm gonna introduce those handstand push-ups again. All right. It's a great movement. It's a movement that we're going to see not only in the Turkey Challenge, but also in the Open. And so we're going to start off with doing strict handstand push-ups. Do not fret if you don't have strict handstand push-ups. All of us coaches know how to modify for that. And you're still going to come on those days, right? I like calling out people. I call them out because I care and I love them. But the beautiful Michelle Carlock, do not miss those days, darling. I love you with all my heart, and that's why I'm saying it right now. Better see you on those days. So yeah, it's a handstand push-up work. We're also gonna pair that with a hanging gymnastic. Some days it will be muscle-ups, some days it will be chest-to-bar and toe-to-bar, and some days it will be all 3 or 2 of those with the handstand push-up. All right, that's gonna work. It's basically a gymnastic day. But from a programming standpoint, that's gonna be a lot of upper body capacity work. All right. There's that. So just to kind of summarize all of that, we have it'll be Mondays and Fridays. We'll either power snatch or power clean and jerk, and have a primer beforehand, a technique primer. Then we'll have lower body days or squatting days. Then we'll have a day that is gymnastic-y, which I really enjoy a lot. And then we have that overhead squat and circuit day. So it's gonna look a little bit different this next cycle, yet also the same. A little bit different in the sense we have that one day that's basically just lifting, where we're gonna bro out. All right, maybe we're gonna have some sleeveless shirts on, and we're just gonna show the guns. Maybe some 7-inch shorts to show those quads that we all got while we're squatting. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. With that being said, this is called Turkey Power. Why is this called Turkey Power? It's getting us ready for that turkey challenge. So I got some info today from the wonderful Portia, because she knows everybody. She literally knows everybody. Turkey Challenge is going to be completely virtual this year. We don't know what that means yet, but they will announce that this upcoming weekend. So once we know that, we'll know better when a qualifier is, if there's 1 or 2 qualifiers, how that's going to work. But with that being said, we sure do love the Turkey Challenge. It's been here for 10 years in Colorado, and especially for those that are getting ready and excited for the Open, this is going to be a really good chance to see where you're at right now, and maybe not maybe, but you'll figure out, like, okay, I'm really good at this and this and this, and comparatively to everyone else, I'm not so great at this, this, and this. So we need to work on that, and it's going to give myself really good data on what to program for you guys. Now, if you're someone that's like, I don't really care about the Turkey Challenge, I don't do CrossFit to compete, that's okay. 100% love that. Really, really do. What this cycle means for you is that, boom, we're gaining more skills with those handstand push-ups, those ring muscle ups. If you have those already, we're getting better at them. We're going to get stronger with that overhead squat. We're going to get really, really good at squatting while fatigued. And then we're going to get really, really good at cycling a barbell, which when you cycle a barbell, oh my Lord. 1, it looks awesome. 2, the benefits, everything from just looking yoked afterwards. Bone density is higher. Neuroendocrine responses are fanatical. I don't even know if that's a word. Just phenomenal is what I meant to say. But what I'm trying to say is, for those who are like, I'm not so much doing this for competing, this cycle is going to be very, very good, just like the last one, just to build skill, build strength, and just overall health and wellness. So it's a longer video, but once again, this was one just to summarize the last cycle in this upcoming one. If you guys have any questions, please just reach out to me. Otherwise, I'm super excited for this cycle, which is going to start next Monday on the 21st of September, and will end roughly, and I say roughly, the 20th of November. So it's about 8 weeks. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.